I've noticed, even in the beginning of our marriage, you send money back to your family.
Yeah, that is true.
On a consistent basis.
The reason being that
is wise.
People would text you.
And I would leave people on red.
They would call you.
And I will not answer.
They would say, wow, pride has overcome your being.
My good like persona would just go through the mud immediately. I have a very low tolerance for people latching onto you and doing it in a very inconsiderate way.
Alpha.
Sac passe. Guys, welcome to Jollof and Compa. Hosted by myself, Alexis, and my husband,
Augustus.
If you're new to the show, subscribe, like the video as you're listening. If you're not new and you haven't subscribed, also subscribe.
Why not? Our data shows that about 50% of people that watched each episode, they're not subscribed.
So subscribe, you guys.
Please.
What are we talking about, babe? Tell the people.
I want us to talk about money and our culture and how it relates, how interaction with money and our family, extended and immediate family, from my culture impacts our marriage. I think that's a very big cultural difference in the way that we relate to our family and money, and the way people make requests and such. And I think it's such a very unique perspective that is worth talking about on the podcast.
For sure. And I'll bring the American perspective as well. How was the week? The week was good.
Yeah.
Remember, I think to the start of the week, I had to explain the customer journey of the client success organization to an HR person from our parent company. And as I was doing that, I was like, oh my goodness.
I know what I'm talking about.
I know my job. I know what I'm talking about. And she really appreciated that we took the time, like 30 minutes, to go through our processes and stuff. And that was a good feeling. So I'd say that was a highlight as far as work stuff goes. We had our second salsa lesson.
Oh, yeah. So... yeah, sorry, I don't want to jump in. You can talk about it. I'm struggling, just so you know.
My husband needs help, but you're doing okay. You're doing okay. We signed up for 9 sessions?
We've
8 or 9 sessions. We've done 2. And we're learning a combination of salsa and bachata as well.
I like bachata. I'm really good at it.
You're good at that one. Yes.
That's my favorite.
Your hips get moving.
I know.
You're doing good, babe. So we had that this week. That was fun. And I'm coming to a close of one of my classes, so we're doing well there.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
That's good. Yeah.
How about you? How was your week?
Nothing much, to be honest. I don't think. I did work, and then I told you about the act that I found to be not overly exhausted after.
Oh yeah, last night.
Work. Yeah, I think that's I've been implementing that since I got back from my trip, and that seems to be working. But it's also difficult to say if that's what is working or just fresh energy from taking time off work that is working. But
share the strategy with the people.
Okay. So the strategy being that previously I would have a long to-do list, and I'm just gonna log on my computer and then walk through that to-do list for the day. And when it's 5 or whatever I end up on that to-do list, that's where the day ends. So that is exhausting. Right. So what I've been doing lately is I'm going to pick 2 main tasks before the day before. Say tomorrow is Tuesday, today is Monday. I'm going to be like, tomorrow I'm going to do X, Y, Z, X and Y. But the nature of my job also requires that there are things that happens that interrupt that X and Y. But I'm going to do X and Y. And then once I'm able to get through X and Y for the day, I have this mental
sense of accomplishment.
Yes. Like I'm not just walking through an endless list of things to go through. So that leaves me with a bit of energy even before the day ends.
Yeah,
so,
that's good.
Yeah. We should go back to our topic for the day.
Yes.
Okay? Yeah, I think we should talk about that.
Yes. So I guess what brings up the conversation is that I've noticed, even in the beginning of our marriage, even prior to being married, you send money back to your family.
Yeah, that is true.
On a consistent basis.
Yes, I do send money to my family and friends on a consistent basis.
On a consistent basis, which is not something that I do. It's not something that's normal, I would say, in American culture. Like, I think we take a lot of pride in
being self-sustainable.
being self-sufficient, getting stuff on our own, not needing any help.
Yeah.
And there's also probably a little bit of pride in there too. Like, I don't want to ask anyone for money, you know? And so when I think about my family dynamic too, my siblings have never asked me for money. I've always offered it because I know they won't ask and I want to support them.
Yeah.
But it's never been like consistent request for that range across the board. It's not like one type of request too that you get too. So it's a pattern that I've noticed, something that we should talk about and highlight, and also figure out what is that going to look like in 5 years. What is that pattern going to look like? What are the boundaries going to be? How are we going to adjust when we start our own family as well?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, so one thing, like, you do this often where you say, like, when we start our family or something, like, we're a family already.
When we expand our family.
When we probably have children, that's what you're trying to say. Yeah, I get that. I think the main thing is that I remember I was having this conversation. I think somebody asked me for something one time, and I was complaining about it, and I ended up doing it. And that kind of pissed you off a little bit, because you're like, I'm going to be pissed if we have a child and you take from that and give to the person. I hope you remember this particular incident. And I was like,
that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, that's how you said it. Like, that's going to be a problem. And I was not happy with that response. And I was not happy because I'm like, I think at that point you should know that I'm going to prioritize my family, like my immediate family. That's, if I have children, I'll prioritize that over extended family. You get what I'm saying? So when you said that, that was my default reaction when that conversation came up. I'm like, well, that's a no-brainer. I think you should trust me to be able to distinguish between extended family and immediate family at this point in time. But I see how there's a need for us to have a whole conversation about it. Because I also believe that there's a decent amount of people that are in our type of marriage where it's from different culture, and one culture demands that somebody takes care of other people, where the other culture does not. Your culture does not demand that.
Yeah.
Right. So I think it's beneficial to talk about how we've navigated that conversation, where we're at, and some of the things that I've tried to do, some of which are working, some of which are not. But essentially just talk about how we're navigating that in our relationship from that perspective. Okay.
So one thing that I picked out of what you said is I should know that you should prioritize us.
That I would prioritize us
over your extended family.
Yeah.
But also my counter argument to that is when those requests pop up, my frame of mind is you should prioritize yourself and make sure that you're good before you start accepting and catering to those requests. Because there have been instances where you are left with nothing because you've given out everything. Yeah. You know? And so how
can I justify that I will prioritize? If I cannot prioritize myself, how can I prioritize? I see what you're saying.
Yes.
I think for me, and that's a good starting point, to be honest. I think for me, the issue has always been that I can survive with less. And this is a big issue. It's a big issue in the sense that as you're calling it out, several people in my position are also calling it out. When people from my side of the family or from my side of the relationship ask me for something, I get into this mind frame that I'm probably like their last shred of hope, which is a weird mindset to get into. It's probably more like a savior complex, to be honest with you. But the savior complex, quote unquote, is not because I choose to. It's not because I want to be their savior. It's because of a culture thing where you're expected to give either to young or old. If you have more than them, it's an expectation that you give to people, right? Either family or friend. Now, the key thing, the major big issue here is that because it's also difficult for me to ask people for something. I rarely do that, right? I don't like doing it. So when people come to me and say, give me XYZ, I don't want to say no immediately to them, because I'm like, I'm sure it was difficult for them to come and ask me for this thing.
But there's a lot of assumptions going on.
It is, which is not true. The assumptions are not, which I'm getting to realize now, actually. Like, I'm learning to understand that you're most probably somebody's supplemental income on the weekend.
Exactly. And I would say, this is going to be a bold statement, but I've noticed, because now that I've been to Nigeria as well, like I said in the beginning, like Americans, we have this certain level of pride that we don't want to ask for something.
Yeah.
And also another added layer of maybe shame for asking.
Yeah.
And so I feel like Nigerians don't have the pride or shame.
Well, the pride, I wouldn't say the pride. Because...
Wait, let me give an example.
Yeah.
When we were at our trip, we had a driver.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
The boldness of Nigerians is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Because we had a driver in Nigeria that when we were in Lagos,
Yeah.
he came and picked us up at 10, brought us home at 2 a.m. He was with us all day with all of our excursions.
Yeah.
We get back to the U.S. and he's asking you to buy him a car.
That is very
for his
true.
business.
Yeah, that is true.
Right?
Yeah.
We've had requests, well, you've had requests to support people's children going through school.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You've had requests of people from school way back
Yeah.
coming into your messages, asking you for things. So the boldness is a different level.
I think it's because Nigeria is very divided into haves and haves not. Haves and the have nots. I don't know if I said that right. And the issue is that the moment somebody perceives that you have more than them, there is no sense of guilt in asking you for something, right? It's not everybody. It's a bold claim. I wouldn't say all Nigerians. I don't ask for things I don't ask people for things, even when I don't have, right? And I also know a bunch of people that it's such a pain for them to reach out and ask you for stuff. So much so that when they do that, you literally see there's an opportunity to do something for them. I have people like that around me, right? And it doesn't diminish the point that it's a very common thing in Nigeria. I'm just trying to establish the cultural perspective to that for family and friend. It's that if one person makes it out of the trenches, if you in your family make it out of the trenches, it is expected that you support other people that are not in the position where you are. And there's also this weird and crazy imagination that you're in America or that you're in the UK or that you're in Canada or wherever, Australia, that you have, by default, you have excess, right? So that's a big thing. And I think it's a cultural thing. And it takes a lot of reorientation on my hand. For example, I think I'm doing a bit okay of a job at this point. I feel like the people that I hold something at this point, my father and my mother. Every other person, no. Like, not no all the time, but I'm not going to put them at the top of my mind if those requests comes into play. I think that's something that I've had to deal with and settle into.
Yes. Yeah. I think you've gotten a lot better with filtering.
Yeah.
With filtering and not coming to immediate aid.
Yeah.
Because also, like you said, there's a certain point where people are asking for sustainment as far as their requests go.
Not even sustenance. It's just vibes. Sustenance is okay. Like if you say you've not eaten since yesterday and it's true, that means I'm serious. That means you need sustenance money, right? Like if you don't have money and you haven't fed your kids, that I wanna be able to do that for somebody, you know? It gives me joy. But what people are asking for, especially family and friends, it's just something to take the edge off on the weekend. Right? I swear to God. It is. And how first, this is it, right? We've established the premise of this whole thing, which is that it's a problem. I agree with you that it's a problem. It could be a significant issue, right? Even because then we have children, somebody's asking for XYZ, and it doesn't stop, just so you know. People are inconsiderate. It's not gonna stop.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've seen.
So how do you have to like readjust that in your mind? Because the truth of the matter is that it's not going to stop. People are not going to stop asking. I'm also working hard to make sure that I don't dance to people's tune just because they are playing the tune, right?
Right.
But what does that look like on your end as far as like
Understanding.
does it make you worry about our family finances in a way?
I think for me to understand your perspective, I think about when it comes to be my time to support my parents.
How do you, in your culture, how do you support the ones that don't have in your community? And how do you support your parents? Right? Because that's important, right?
Yeah.
I think it is.
I think the way that we support is very different in our culture. So yours is monetarily.
Because that's what they lack most of the time.
And I don't have to support my parents or my siblings monetarily on a consistent basis. For me, it's like checking in is support, a FaceTime, asking what their needs are, being available, establishing the fact that if they need something that I am available. But it looks very different. You know, it's sometimes just having a conversation to give guidance if they're going through a situation like with my siblings. You know what I'm saying? But support is not monetarily. It's not support. Financial. Yeah.
But there are instances where it could be though.
Yeah. Like I think about times where we want to have like family gatherings and my siblings have to fly to places and they need help. Support in those instances.
But they don't ask. That's another thing.
They don't ask. I'll be like, so what if
I do this?
I pay
for
half.
You. Yeah.
You know?
And also I said there are instances where it's needed because for instance, I know like we do have a friend that they have to support their parents in that way.
Yes.
So I think this is it. Back to the basics. I think the problem on my hand is that people give. It has become much more worse. I'm sad and it's unfortunate that the asking culture, it is expected that you give when you have abundance. It has become much more worse in recent times because the economy is bad. Things are just terrible, right? But before growing up, I was raised in a system where your parents, everybody contributes towards your progress. I think that's where it stems from. Because I don't want to sit here and shit on the idea that you have to take care of people. It's just bastardized. It's like sad because people now take advantage of it.
Right.
Yeah.
There has to be, you have to establish your own parameters and boundaries for how you're going to support people.
Yeah. I think what I was headed to was that growing up, everybody contributes towards your progress in life. And what that looks like in the practicality of it is that even though your father is paying your tuition, if you get in trouble, for example, and your dad is mad at you or your parents say, oh, I'm not going to pay your tuition, or you get into issues, it is not uncommon for you to call your aunt or your uncle to come and help you talk to your parents and just like help you beg them to come back to their senses so that they don't disown you. No, it's not uncommon. And they will do that for you and then you're back in your parents' good grace. Now, it's not also uncommon for you to finish school, be done with school and making money and then give something towards that your uncle or for them to ask you for support. You know, it's not strange at all. In fact, your parents will say, hey, when you have abundance, give to this person. You get what I'm saying? But the idea of you taking the initiative has been thrown outside of the window. Now it's like,
it's due.
Today is 1st of January. Pay me my money.
It's due, actually.
It's due, actually.
Yeah.
What do you think we've done? I have done, probably. To kind of correct that a little bit. I think I've corrected it a little bit to some extent. Or what do you think? Do you think the way that we have our finance structure kind of shield you? I think it does.
It does, for sure.
Yeah.
Because you take from your money to support your family, which I am in support of. You know? Because
they're your family too. You know what I've done to protect you? None of my family members have your phone number.
And that is wise.
I have shielded you in that way.
Yes.
So don't be ungrateful for the energy that I have done that, because the reason being that
is wise.
People would text you.
And I would leave people on red.
They would call you.
And I will not answer.
They will say, wow, pride has overcome your being.
My good like persona would just go through the mud immediately because I have a very low tolerance for people latching onto you and doing it in a very inconsiderate way.
Yeah.
You know, like you've had to calm me down and be like, hey, like
don't talk to them like that. Yeah.
It's okay. But I have a very low tolerance for that because we're also trying to build our lives. And I'm a big believer in carry your own load.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You know, that also reminds me of, I think, one of those pastors that we listened to, he was talking about there's a difference between burden and load. Did we listen to that together?
Yes.
Yeah. And he was trying to explain that
we can help you carry your burdens.
I can carry burden for you. But load,
that's
you have to
yours.
strap it to your back. Yeah. So yeah. But
there has to be a level of responsibility. You know?
So let me tie this up let me tie this to something. If you're listening and you're in my position where you have like families and friends that are not shy to ask you for something, I think you can relate to this. It is not just about saying no. There is some level of emotional burden and guilt that is attached to every single no that you say. I don't think you can fully appreciate that, to be honest. To be honest with you, I don't think, like, if you're on the other side of this conversation, you can. I've had friends stop talking to me because I said no to them at some point, and I'm like,
But that shows what the friendship is predicated on.
Well, that wasn't what started our friendship.
Yeah, but why end it based off of you didn't get an answer, you didn't get your request granted?
Well, yes, it's sad. But also from their point of view, it's like Alexis has the capability.
How would they know?
It's an assumption, which it's not an unfair assumption. I'm being the devil's advocate here. When I go out, for example, I can spend like $70, $80 on a meal. That is somebody's monthly income in Nigeria. Something like that. You get what I'm saying? And people have that understanding, right? That's why, like, you wouldn't see me post most of these things on social media where, like, whatever it is that I do for myself that gives me, like, I've earned this. You will not see me do that on social media. The point being that the things that are simple, say like a coffee or food or something, it is substantial to them. So I'm saying that from their POV now, we're having this conversation from their POV, from people's POV. If you can skip lunch, and that would be my whole monthly income.
Yeah.
Then if you really care about me, you should be able to skip one lunch for me. So I'm trying to put it in the perspective of how it's not such a crazy ask from that perspective. The problem comes in when 20 people expect me to skip lunch. That is, I'll die.
And that's the other problem, is that they feel entitled to your lunch money.
Yeah.
That's an issue.
Yeah. I hate to admit, but yeah, but you do see how it could be. I mean, it's a sense of entitlement. It's built into our culture. Just there's no you and I cannot fix that. There's no conversation that can fix that. It is just built into our culture. And it's not just between families and friends. It's between people and people that are governing them. It's between like employers and employees and all of like the entitlement is when we went to a place, we paid for a service, and you're respecting me and then telling me not to ask you to render the service that I've paid for. That's a whole sense of entitlement at a whole new level. I'm supposed to be satisfied with the fact that you're saying yes sir to me, but you're not rendering the service that I've paid for. Do you get what I'm saying? It's a culture thing, and it's okay. And the sense of entitlement stems from the fact that it takes a nation or it takes a community to build somebody. That's what our culture is predicated on, you know? So we can unpack that. It's a whole lot. But from their point of view, the case I'm trying to make is that it's not such a crazy ask to ask you to not get coffee if it means that I would have money to fuel my car. But the problem, my stress comes from when 10 or 20 people are asking at the same time, you know? Yeah.
And to me, I don't like seeing you
stressed,
drained.
Yeah.
Mentally and physically because of the requests. Like even when we were in Nigeria, you were doing your big one and you were drained
Yeah, those ones I cannot avoid. No, I can tell you the things that I did, probably like 2 or 3 gave me pure joy. Every other thing is just obligations. I don't know if you catch on to that.
It shouldn't feel that way, you know?
Did you catch on to this conversation where I was talking to my mom and she was telling me that I must do something for somebody?
While the conversation was happening?
Yeah. No. You missed it? No.
You had to explain it to me after.
Oh, no. It was no, why? But you caught, like I explained to you afterwards, right? Like she was asking me, oh, yeah. So how can you find that balance? You don't want to say no to your mom. I know that I don't want to do this thing, but also you don't want to say no to your mom. And it's like, to her, she's like, oh yeah, you can do it.
I don't envy your position at all, because I would probably spend my life savings as well.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Like,
because when I think about my parents and how I want to kind of like support them in the way that they supported me growing up, it's like,
you can't do enough.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's definitely a difficult position to be in.
Yeah.
And it's something that we have to figure out.
Yeah.
As far
I think what works so far, so that we're not just like screaming about it. What I think works so far to this point is having residual income on both of our hands. I think that works very well right now.
Do you think at a certain point we'll have to have a family 0.2 fund or like a parent fund that we contribute to as a family to send?
Oh, you've not supporting my parents for almost 5 or 6 years.
I know, but I'm saying, do you think we'll get to a point to where we have to transition to that?
No, you're going to have to carry your own load. No, because I can't. That's the truth of the matter. Like, I'm front loading mine now.
So when it comes to my turn, I'm on my own, is what you're saying?
I think so.
Okay. Good to know.
So. But also, like, your parents are low maintenance. Like
they are, and I think they'll be okay for the most part. Like, I'll definitely need to step in, but they've built their life in a way where they'll be okay.
Yeah, they would be more than okay as long as God keep them in good health and no any like crazy thing. I think they'll be fine, right? Their situation is different. Even my parents, they built their life in such a way that they should be fine. Yeah. It's just the economy just screwed people over so badly in Nigeria, you know? And also, I don't want to go into details, but economy just screwed things over for people. And it's like, but even if they are not okay, like I would never be stressed about taking care of my parents. Just like you, like they've poured so much into me. Right. The stress comes from other adjoining characters. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I was thinking, like, also another reason why my parents would be okay is that they have 6 children.
One of them would have mercy on them.
Well, I'm just saying it'll be easy to get us together to support the family. Like, unlike your family calls.
You're assuming, though.
What?
That everybody's going to have the same amount of compassion that you have. Because it's different. Not all you would be very much surprised that some of your siblings would not have the same level of compassion that you have towards your parents. If I'm ranking the compassion for my siblings and I towards my parents, I'm probably like in the middle as far as compassion is concerned. My brother, I'm not going to mention him, can sell his kidney. Not my younger brother, but he can say, my younger brother. And then my younger brother is at the bottom of compassion. He will say, wow, that sucks. But
that's crazy.
Good luck to them, you know? So I'm trying to say that there's level to compassion. Your assumption is that everybody's going to have something.
They were all going to be on the same page.
No, you will not. As people grow older, they tend to say like, I've got my own stuff. Yeah. So, and I'm sure people go through it all the time where they cannot talk about it. Because I'm glad we can have conversations about it. Yeah. I would like to imagine that there will be some setup somewhere where it's such a sensitive thing to talk about.
Oh, like in some relationships and stuff?
Yes.
Remember like on the Netflix show, the therapy show with the couples?
Oh, yeah.
And the guy was like, it's like a monthly subscription.
That one is crazy though.
Yeah, like that one's so bad because she had to hide the fact that she was still sending money to her family.
Yeah, I think the problem is because they both also shared the same like purse. Maybe. I think because that's an easy fix, right? It's okay. I can do whatever I want with my money.
Right.
You should not be able to tell me what to do with the money. As long as I'm covering my responsibility in this house.
Right.
I'm doing my fair share.
Right.
There's no reason why we should have it. You don't need to. I think most of the time, the reason why you get to know about these things is because I complain about it outwardly. Because it's stressful. I'm not going to lie. It is a lot. Like, you don't want to let people down. You don't want to
feel guilty.
It's emotional. It takes a lot of emotional toll on you.
Yeah.
Where you're like, well, I have it. I can afford it. What they're asking for, I can afford most of the time. It's just a question of, it also hinders my own quality of life a little bit, you know? And then also for you to realize down the line that they can also afford their life. They just want your own to act their own.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
For those of you asking your family members for money, do it reasonably. Be considerate of the phase of life that they're in. Don't be asking a family member for money who just had a child.
Oh yeah, that is insane too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, be considerate
with that. But yeah.
It's important. People assume that, oh, this is just how it should be and it's okay. In other cultures, it's not that way. So this is not how it should always be. Always like be open to another perspective of how things go. Learn from a different culture as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can take stuff from yours.
Which is taking care of the people that you care about.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, my dad would ask me, like, am I taking care of your parents? Legitimately, he would ask me, oh, hope you're... I say, hey, it's a different culture. It's going to be weird if I send money to your dad.
Yes.
Very strange.
Yeah.
He would be like, thank you, don't do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's a whole different culture, right?
Right.
And there's a saying in my language. I'm going to say it in my language and I'm going to interpret it. Mm-hmm. It would say, ọmọ ìyá ẹ̀ ò náwó ò bá ná tó bá yarọ ta ló máa gbé. It means like your sibling has money, you're not spending the money. If he becomes crippled, who would carry him?
Say again.
In English?
Yes.
Yeah. Your sibling has money, you're not spending the money with him or her. If your sibling becomes crippled, who would carry the sibling? Like, who would support him to live life in a way that would be manageable for him? So it all ties back to the cultural expectation that if you have resources, you have to share with your immediate family and friends, because if life hits you or knock you down, those are the people that would come to your aid to help you navigate life. The same does not carry into this Western world, because there are systems in place that will take care of you. People get disability checks all the time. You know, there's social security. Do you think there's social security in Nigeria? No. So it's a community fund.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you don't have, you better make sure that you have people around you that can help you get the things that you need to survive. So it's a whole cultural complex, and it's a whole culture complex. It's difficult to explain, but also the purpose of this conversation is for us to talk about the balance that we have. I think we have a balance.
Yeah. We got balance.
Yeah.
We've got a system in place.
Yeah.
That works.
Okay. Well, that's what I have to say about that particular one, unless you have any other thing to say.
No, I think we broke it down. We'd love to hear you guys' experiences in the comments.
Yeah.
What did you think about our perspectives, how we're doing, what we're doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Yes, because I know a lot of you that are watching this video, you're most definitely in my position or in something similar to it. And it's not just African culture, just so you know. It's in Caribbean culture too. It's in Latin, is it Latino culture?
Latin culture?
It's in Latin culture too. It is in a culture that is built around community.
Yeah.
That emphasize community.
Yeah.
It is.
That's why I said American culture.
Yeah.
And not Haitian culture.
Because Haitian culture has that expectation too.
Just like that, like the way that you I forget what they call it in Haitian culture, but it's as if everyone contributes money like monthly, and then the one person gets the pot and it goes around.
Yes.
Do that in Haitian culture too.
Yeah.
My mom's been part of one of those.
Oh, she is? Is she doing it in America?
Huh?
Or is she doing it in America? Or
Yeah, she's done it while she's been here before. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just so she doesn't get finesse.
I think she's done it with like her siblings.
Oh, okay. So if you're in an intercultural marriage or even in interracial marriage where like intercultural, because if they're both American, it doesn't make a difference. If you're in intercultural marriage, okay, and one of you ends up in a situation where you have to take care of your family back home, how do you navigate that for your household? How do you find a balance in such a way that it's not severely impacting your own family and your finances? Yeah. Love to hear that.
Yes. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe.
Second time she's asking. You don't want her to ask the third time. The third time is not going to be in a nice way. Okay, so subscribe and you know what? Like the video.
Like the video.
What are you doing if you're not liking it?
Guys, we have a goal to have 1,000 new subscribers in 2026.
Yeah. And the year's first quarter is done.
It's gone. And we need help. Guys, we're not doing well. We need help.
Yeah. They're not doing well. We're doing well. We're showing up every week. You're not doing Okay. But yeah, we'll see you in the next episode.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah. Peace.